Share screen now and play. Well, thanks for joining us today, everyone. Debbie and I are going to go over some ideas. The topic today is choosing a client appreciation event and how to create one, ideas, and bringing your clients together and appreciating them, right? Appreciating them for the business they've given you and hopefully the referrals they've given you. Because
Or to get more.
or get more referrals, right? Exactly. Some agents forget that your clients should be people that be giving you referrals for life. So these client appreciation events might not just be for clients that you just had this year. It could be those people from last year and the year before, and appreciating them. Again, if they give you a referral, one referral, it's like they bought another house from you. Sometimes agents forget that. They just invite, so I'm just jumping in here before we start. Invite the person that had the sale, but they didn't have notes or didn't remember that that was a referral from the people before that. And how would that person feel like, say they referred their brother to you and they bought a house and then the brother tells them, hey, this year I got invited to their appreciation event. And they're like, well, last year I got invited to the appreciation event, and now this year I didn't, and I referred you. So you
Yeah.
might burn a bridge too. So things to think about. But I got off, off tangent there, but just wanted to start out with, a little explanation of things. But go ahead, Deb, jump
No, that
into
is a good point to bring up too. And we'll get into that when we're talking about who you want to invite and stuff, which is this slide right here, right? But it's not just for client appreciation. I know that's the header of this, and that's the majority of what we're going to be talking about. But you new agents out there are going to be like, well, this has nothing to do with me because I don't have any deals yet. You still can do an event, because you can do an event to get leads, to get people to talk to you and stuff. So there's lots of different ways and lots of different things to do. And you don't even have to do them in person. These appreciation events are going to be all kinds of different stuff, but you want to
it.
invite your past clients. You also, if you have not a lot of past clients, maybe you want to invite some family members or some friends or somebody else, or maybe you want to go even a step further and um, invite people that you don't even know, like set up flyers because you're going to be doing it at the local Panera or the local library or something like that. Um, you can make it a learning thing so they get to learn something when they come there. Have different literature out there. If you have a lender that you can hook up with and get some rate charts and stuff like that, so you have stuff to give to them. What do you want out of it? Of course, you want referrals. And if you have a specialty area that you know about already, your niche, you can bring that up too and let them know all about that. So it's just to get you out there talking to other people so that you can build your business, because this is where it's at, you guys, is you talking to people. That's how you're going to build your business. We're relying on the internet is just not the way to go. I need lead
Exactly.
sources. I'll pay 30 or
No,
40%. It's like,
right.
no, you don't. Most of those, anyways, to be honest with you, your realtor and your Zillow, they're not doing those programs anymore. They're going back to the programs where people are paying them up front. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to talk to somebody who had no clue that you were even going to call them. Right. So
Exactly.
work on what works, and that's talking to people. Be active in your community. Maybe that'll help you think of something that you want to do, right? um, Ladies, you can volunteer at the local women's shelter. That'll get you going and get you access to people who might need housing, right? um,
Exactly.
or halfway houses. I know there's a couple halfway houses out here around here somewhere. Maybe you want to volunteer there or something like that. Go to your local meetings at your town halls and stuff, and you can meet people there. So there's all kinds of different ways to do it. Um, but you want to do this so that you are getting yourself out there and people know what you're all about and everything. You could go to the next one.
Next one.
which is the purpose, right? The purpose is also to stay on top of mind with the people that you did work with, or even your family or friends, so they do remember that you're a real estate agent. Differentiate yourself. I said the word, I can't believe it.
Right.
I was practicing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
that's
you
a hard
can
one.
stand out from everyone else. And you can even, if you don't know how to do that because you're new in the business, use us. Use the stats for Century 21 Homestar. Use the stats for Century 21, period. They have a whole new marketing campaign out there. And if you haven't joined their Facebook thing, you should, because there's a lot of good ideas and stuff on there. It helps build a sense of community, and know people want to work with people who are, they're involved in the community and stuff like that. So it shows your worth that way. And it also rewards valuable clients. So when you are dealing with a client, it's a thank you. Oh, guess what? I didn't forget about you. I do appreciate you, kind of thing.
Definitely.
Uh, so what kind of event do you actually want to do? Well, there's all kinds of different ones, right? You could do something, like I said, at a Panera, or you could do something at a library, or maybe you have a local bridal fair coming up. That's an event that you don't even have to stage. All you have to do is get a little booth there, and sell your wares, so to speak, there with the little thing. You can get some giveaways to give people. There's all kinds of really fun ideas on Express Stocks and other places. You can always give me a call. There's lots of places I can tell you to go to get some cheap stuff. And by
Yep,
cheap,
that's
I
right.
mean the price is right, not that the materials are cheap, right?
Right. Right. And then again, this is a historic site or is a place, just shows community that you're backing, and you puts you in a place that they're familiar with too.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yep.
Oh, did you want that slide? Next slide?
Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. I'm still
That's all right. I could
getting over
jump in
this
if you
cold.
like. Ah,
um know your budget. So you want to make sure that you're planning, when you're planning this, that you consider all your expenses, including those little giveaways, because they will add up, but as if you're putting money away every once in a while, then you'll know you'll have a marketing budget, right? And explore those cost saving strategies. Like I said, call me, because I'm all a penny pitcher. So um get into partnership with someone else, maybe have another agent do it with you. Or, like I said, you can get a title company to back you. You can get a lender to back you. They want it too, because they want the business just as much as you do.
right. Or the location that you have it, like a back room of a restaurant, and they just want to promote, and they would get you a deal to get more people in there on off nights like a Tuesday, or
Yeah.
some type of, art gallery or something, who knows? Just think of different businesses in the area that it might allow you to use their space or the services that they have, or give it to you very cost effectively to bring people in to see their space.
Yeah, that's a perfect idea too. And start small. So you don't have to have a lot of people there. Even if you have 10 people, including yourself and one other agent or a lender or something like that, every little bit helps. Oh,
Right.
I went to this appreciation giveaway that my agent had. It was so fun. We were over at blah, blah, blah. It gets people talking, right? Or you could
Exactly.
stage it all online. My nephew is a good one at that. He thinks of a lot of good things for marketing and stuff.
Yeah,
He'll do it online.
basically when you have a big group of or a database of people, 80% won't be able to come or won't come to whatever you're doing. So if you have 100, if you invite 100 people, something other than, a family party or a friend party, but if it's a business function, you're lucky if 30% show up. So not business like, but it's still a family friendly or family social gathering. So you know that it's the thought that counts. So say you had two events a year that you're throwing, it's a reason to actually call people, everybody on your database twice a year, inviting them to this specific event. And some of them might not be close to wherever you are, but it's something to do that you could call them on the phone, You could leave them messages. You could keep following up with them if they don't reply back. You could send them text messages to RSVP. It's a way for you to communicate. So a lot of times agents have a hard time figuring out when I call on my database, what should I keep on telling them? What do we keep on talking about? Well, 2 times a year, you could have something. It's just you're inviting them to something. That's something to talk about. How easy is that? And they can't get mad at you for inviting them somewhere. They're not going to call and say, stop calling me. Well, no, I'm inviting you to something that, I want you to be part of. No one's going to get mad at you for doing that. So,
Of course. Yep. So I do have other ideas if you want to go over them with me. All you got to do is schedule some time with me. Right now, you're still calling the office. Tony and I were talking about me getting into the digital age. We'll see how that works, but
no, that's all right. It's all right. It's basically like technology. It's like we always say, Deb, it's like what you think, what's best for you to use. I have agents that are still using spreadsheets and that, and it works well. Whatever works. If you're not,
yeah,
if it works, it works. That just making things official. That's like when you're scheduling these events. You could do it all manually. Here, just keep a list of who's replied, who's that, or you could get into like Sign Up Genius. That's another thing if you used or
oh yeah,
Evite
I forgot about that one.
or evites and send them out
Evites.
email or text them invitations, and you could see who's replying and who's coming and who didn't open the thing. So you could use some technologies. I say evites is probably the most common thing. A lot of you probably have gotten them through different things, friends, family stuff. You can use those for your events too. So it's a reason to email them. It's a reason to text them to them. It's a reason to send it 2 or 3 times if they don't reply. So, and he's doing it in advance. So, like, say you had 2 events, one in the summer, maybe like a 4th of July before or after, or something near the holidays after Thanksgiving or before Thanksgiving. That's comes up in my head because it's holiday stuff, but it's before, after, not during. And invite them to things, and then you send a month ahead of time, and 4 weeks. Every week you remind them, hey, it's coming up, or hey, you didn't reply. It's a reason to keep hitting them a couple times over a month or two, and there's your contact every year. So, go
Yeah,
ahead, Deb.
thank you for that. Saves my throat from talking.
Go ahead.
So our funny today is going to be your referrals are the sweetest part of my business because thanks sweetest day. Valentine's Day is coming up on February 14th. We always know what day that is. And I thought those little dudes over there on the right were cute where it says be my client. You could find some little hearts and make up your own things and stuff like that. But just a couple more ideas for you there on what you can
Exactly.
do as far as giveaways or what you can post on social media as far as those go. And then we do have some continuing education coming up. Um, Top listing secrets with Mike. He's going to help you talk to those sellers and explain why it's important for them to still pay their buyer's agent. And then Hush is going to talk about bankruptcy next week. And then the week after that, we got core law with Mike. So if anybody needs law for your continuing education, you can go to that one and get your 3 hours there. And then on the 6th, we have why lenders miss closing dates. I've never taken that class. I'd be real curious to find out why lenders miss closing dates. But
Right. They do, but why? Again,
I
and
know some reasons why. I
there's
just
no
want to
some
know what
reasons, but
they actually say.
Hash
Yeah.
definitely has the experience to tell you more than me and you could even think of.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. It would be real.
Uh,
It's a 2 hour class, so
with,
there must be some stuff to talk about apparently.
without trying to run us realtors under the bus as
But
much as he cannot.
yeah.
Not
Yep.
all of us, just some of us. Like I had a lender reach out to me last week and said, your agent was upset with me because they just sent the purchase agreement to us like a week ago and the closing's in a week. They forgot to send it. They didn't even know there was a transaction going on. So so it happens. So good things to know. So you could make sure that you're efficient with your loan officer. But thanks for joining us today, everyone. I do save these, and Deb has them too. So if you ever want these, the version of it, just so you can see it face to face, let us know. We'll send it to you, and we'll go from there. So thanks a lot for joining us. Have a great day, and see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye bye.